Oi. Oi. Oi.
Chainsaw Man, without doubt one of the most anticipated anime of the year. And don't even tell me otherwise. 10 million views on Twitter for the first trailer, 15 millions for the last, 50 million views for the opening, and at least a few million for each ending. With 16 million copies sold before the anime even aired, the panel at full capacity at Anime Expos without a new trailer or news would drop, and, well, it didn't. I mean, what anime has the privilege of saying that it got a room full of people barking?
Who here is a Makima fan?
See? None. After a year of waiting, with this much hype for a single anime, now that we have it, it's impossible not to ask. So, was it good? Alright, look, I'm a manga reader. I've been waiting for this since I finished the manga. After every trailer, I've been hoping that hopium. It will be good, I don't have to worry, it will not drop the ball. And let's not beat around the bush, it didn't. I think it's an amazing adaptation, full of passion and talent that adds a lot to an already amazing manga, making it one of the best anime of 2022. There, review over. But I'll keep talking about it, because I don't have any friends to talk to about it. But in order to talk about why the Chainsaw Man anime is so great, we first need to talk about anime adaptations in itself. And there won't be any spoilers beyond season 1, so don't worry. So, the main reason a manga gets animated is for the purpose of marketing. If the anime gets popular, more people will know about it. They will buy the manga and buy merchandise. And don't tell me you fucking don't, I know you do. With this basis in mind, I think of 3 ways an adaptation can go. We have the bad ones, and the good ones, and also the middle. First we have the average ones. They're good enough, entertaining and fun, but they don't accomplish anything exceptional that will remain in your memory. They serve the function of making the manga known to increase their sales. In this category we can have 7 Deadly Sins, Soccer Revengers, Rent a Girlfriend, just to name a few. We can also add the first 100 episodes of Naruto, Bleach and One Piece, although I have to make something clear. The reason I put the first 100-ish episodes is because it depends on the requirements of the source material. The quality of the story and how they adapt it goes the same for everyone, but animation, shonen or battle-oriented stuff will obviously have an advantage to showcase the animation. What I'm trying to say is that the necessities to animate Rent a Girlfriend are not the same to animate One Piece. In the first 100 episodes of the Big 3 we see a standard adaptation, but as we see later on due to their popularity, all of the Big 3 went on to have some amazing moments on screen with great animation. Alright then, now we have the bad ones. I don't think I need to explain these, but I will. These are just horrible. They actively bring down the source material, making us dislike it until we read it again. It makes us go, oh my god, what the fuck happened here? Here we have 7 Deadly Sins. Wait, again? Oh. Berserk, The Promised Neverland Season 2, Tokyo Ghoul, the Junji Ito collection. And the last one, more than the animation itself, the issue lies in that it wasn't able to transmit the fear and the uneasiness of the original thing into the anime. You know, fear. The things this guy is known for. But sure, whatever, I don't give a shit. And finally, we have the good ones, or may I say, the great ones. These range from they look gorgeous and are incredibly animated to the you can tell the guys in production were a fan of the original thing. Here we have Mob Psycho, Kaguya-sama, Death Note, and Vagabond among... Oh, wait. Oh yeah, that hasn't happened. And JoJo, among many others. And here we can point out why they excel in the term adapted.
Finally, some good fucking anime.
Mob's art isn't really that good. I mean, one can still draw better than me, but just look at this. The anime doesn't shy away from the art style. They don't make it better or prettier. They embrace it and go with it, which is one of the reasons that make Mob so beloved. The dichotomy of how it looks with the actual meat of the thing makes a great contrast with the anime. With Kaguya-sama it's easy. While the manga has great paneling to convey the humor, in the anime the comedic timing is perfect and it makes it all stick together perfectly. I also love these.
Hey, hey!
Props to the voice actors. We also have Death Note. I mean, if not adapted right, all the long ass dialogue and stuff such as writing in a notebook can easily be boring to watch. But here we have, I mean, come on, you've seen Death Note. Shout out to the director. We wouldn't have scenes like this otherwise.
And eat it.
Oh, and I forget the music. I mean, come on, you know the do-do-do-do-do-do. I mean, that's fucking great. When I watched the first trailer, I looked at shots like this, and they looked like a Magoto Shinkai movie, mostly due to the brightness, but I kept staring at how the wind moved the curtains, the movement of the water, all the stuff in the bread, and the mesmerizing and calm music made all this feel like something really special. Then, with the announcement of the staff, we can see the massive talents working on Chainsaw Man. The two most known being Ryo Nakayama, director of that amazing Jujutsu Kaisen episode, and Kensuke Ushio, composer of Devilman. And after seeing the internet, I wouldn't call it a stretch that Chainsaw Man has been in the top 5 most anticipated anime of 2022 for most people. because from all the news we've had and the background of the manga, it had the potential of being a legendary adaptation. And the distinction I make between an average adaptation and a really good one is not only if it's animated well, but that the people in charge really understand what the manga is about and go that extra mile for it. Basically doing the gambare thing that they do in anime. And I already am numb to it, but looking back, Chainsaw Man is a really weird manga. I mean, just look at the guy who wrote it. And the fans too. I mean, come on guys, we enjoy seeing Kobeni have a panic attack while she's dancing, and we bark at this lady for Christ's sake. You can tell that a lot of the people working on this are fans. A really good sign for a guy like me who was eagle-eyed watching if they made any mistakes in the trailers and getting my hopes down. But no, when I watched episode 1, I saw this scene and I was like, alright guys, yeah, we're good, they know what they're doing. But foreshadowing aside, seeing the first episode you really get a vibe of how the anime is going to be. And the best thing is that they went full power with it all the way till the end. From scene 1 you see a smooth and realistic animation. With these establishing shots you get a sense of watching a movie rather than a normal anime. And as we can see, movies are a big theme here, originally in the manga and now in a different way for the anime. It's not just references to say, hey, I understood that reference. We can see the influence of movies all throughout the series. How the crowds of unimportant people are shown, how conversations are framed on screen when the camera does this. What is this, a sitcom? And how they translate the original panels into the anime. They could have easily made a generic introduction for Power, but we get the little anticipation, and then the reveal with creative camera moves, although there isn't a camera, and Power's funny motion. It's just nice to see that just as movies influence and inspire Fujimoto when writing the manga, they do the same here to the people making the anime. You see that all the team is in the same page, and all of that gives the anime that extra I don't know, like excitement. And yes, I know that movies inspire anime is nothing new, but I can't recall anything this good in recent memory. Plus, I'm biased as fuck as I love everything Chainsaw Man related. But even though I praise this stuff so much, I do have a few qualms about it. But they're like really odd ones, like how I find this scene way funnier in the manga than in the anime. In the anime it feels a little like dry. When I read it I put dumb sounds in it, like in Gintama. Like, this is how it plays in my head.
お前ら敬語はどうした？
は？
何の得もねえのに誰がてめえに敬語使うかよ。早川先輩。
先輩。
よし。やり。
And I don't understand my humor very well, so it just may be me, but same with Aki here. In the manga he really lost it, and his reaction just makes us wonder what the hell happened. We see his face directly and how pissed off he is. But here we don't see that, and it's not like that funny, which says a lot about how Fujimoto uses paneling to convey his humor. It's like really weird, like trying to explain the joke, but I don't know if you get it. Also at first I was really disappointed to how a few of the scenes were adapted, mainly concerning Makima, go figure. It made me really picky with her facial expressions. In the manga we can see a more ruthless and straightforward Makima. You immediately get a bad feeling with her from this moment, a bad feeling that will become fear later on. But in the anime it doesn't feel as threatening, or anything really. She could even be T-posing for all I know. But later, thanks to Twitter, who would have thought, Twitter did a good thing. I read that in a way, the anime leaves more of a doubt to Makima, which in the manga was more apparent. So if you look at it that way, you could say that maybe that improves the story, giving a little ambiguity. But I don't know, maybe I'm just gaslighting myself. This manga confuses me. But not all the Makima scenes were like this. Just look at this. Look at the framing. Look at the composition. Look at the music. The lighting. Oh my god, everything is perfect. You can see the inspiration they put on the scene. Seriously though, all of this was one panel in the manga. I'm glad that the team is just as thirsty for Makima as the fandom is. Thanks, Mappa. And yes, the CGI. Honestly, I don't really mind it that much. There are a few times when it looks a bit janky. That looked very uncanny, but still, even if there is weird CGI, the next thing you usually see is something like this. And I don't mind it because when this shit hits, it hits fucking hard. And that's why I think it's an outstanding adaptation. If we go by the metrics I said, the manga was already insanely popular before the anime, so just having an adaptation would make it even more known. And as for understanding the source material, a perfect example is in episode 1, when Denji is killed by the Yakuza. In the manga it happens really fast, like 3 pages, but here it takes its time. The music stops, it gets uncomfortably quiet as they walk. We see Denji bleeding, trying to get away to save himself and Pochita. It's slow and scary. We see him getting attacked and hear his screams writhing in pain. We can feel his agony and regret. All those 3 pages fully expanded on for the anime. Something that they never stopped doing. The one I really love is at the end of episode 6, when Denji jumps into the Eternity Devil to fight him. As he's falling, we see a visual, physical representation of the name of the devil, Eternity. We see Denji falling and falling and falling over and over again like an endless tunnel. Right at the end of the episode, it leaves you with a sense of vastness, almost Lovecraftian I would say. Just a short sequence, but here we see an amazing improvement of something that really doesn't matter, but it's just great to see. You constantly see them enhancing the original scenes with either the directing or how they animate certain things. Always on screen there is at least one thing that captures your attention and keeps you watching. Maybe that's why, at least for me, the episodes felt so short. For me, the manga's 3 pillars of importance are the action, the horniness, and the story. And when they wanna do action, holy shit, the sequences are breathtaking. Even stuff I thought was CGI was fully 2D animated. You really get the full force and speed from the panels in the anime, and it gives a nice taste of how they will adapt some stuff later on. Also, I like there are flies here for some reason. I don't know why, it just feels like more realistic. And you know how good animation is often associated with the fight scenes? Well, they don't just have good animation with fights. Basically everything here has good animation. Denji running, all the details on power. Aki's... Wait, hold on. Why is Aki walking like that? But when it really stands out, is when they wanna do hentai.
Touchdown confirmed. We're safe on live.
And this just might be my horny brain, but I think that this is when everything shines. When I read this 4 years ago, I was like... And seeing this now, honestly, it made me feel things I cannot quite describe. The Makima scene, Himeno's lips, Power's feet... Wait, hold on. You're gonna stop there? And this. Believe it or not, this is an important thing later on. I'm not bullshitting. And all this culminates with the music. They just need to start playing any piece of music and the scene is instantly even better. Actually, let me gush over the music for a second. Ever since Devilman, Kinsuke Yoshio has become my favorite composer in anime. It's also the only composer I know. However, just like he can make beats for you to dance in a nice club, he can create the most sublime and peaceful melodies that you'll ever hear. I've been obsessed with this song ever since the first trailer, and now that it has been released, I listen to it every night. All of his tracks blend seamlessly with the anime, glamorizing what we're seeing on screen. The soft warmness of tracks like Living Room, the rock action edge of Chainsaw, the nostalgic body, the infantile melody of 100% cell stacks, and the groovy golden boulders. All of the music provides a perfect atmosphere to immerse you in the scene, be it the sadness of the death of a character, the nostalgic memories of a better time, the surreal present you're living, or the perfect song for a hype battle. And we also have the endings. Oh my god, the endings. That's what I'm talking about, going that extra mile. They didn't need to have 12 completely different endings, but they did it, just because they wanted. One thing though, why didn't you animate the extras? You did it with Jujutsu, and I know you're aware of them, I saw the references. They're right there, why the fuck would you show it to me if I can't have them? Anyway, that doesn't matter, that doesn't change anything, but all those different endings are a nice way to show how much they care for the anime. But yo, hold on, is that coming with the Sun Division? And I think that's what I like the most about the anime. You can really see how much care they put into it. Every scene looks beautiful, the music, the fights, the endings. It feels like a true hardcore fan who really knew what made the story so special made the anime. They even put attention to things guys like me missed. When watching the anime, a lot of the times it made me go, wait, did this really happen? I don't recall Denji screaming like a maniac in the manga. Wait, yeah, he did. The anime made me go back to the manga with a new perspective. I realized a lot of things really went over my head, like Denji being way crazier than I thought, and every character being more of a piece of shit than I remembered. But at the same time, how much I enjoyed them seeing them do, well, anything. Losing their minds, sleeping, bantering, drinking. I'm wasted! And look, company with a hat, that wasn't in the manga. And it doesn't hurt that the voice acting is fucking amazing. When the cast was announced, it took me for a surprise that they decided to go for an almost unknown new cast, with the most known being Power's BA. We didn't really have a reference to how they would sound. I remember that a lot of people's choices for Denji's BA was the guy who did Bakugo. It just fits the character so well, it was even my choice. But I did think it would be weird to hear Bakugo saying that he wants to feel tits. But as usual, after episode 1, every one of my concerns was brushed away. With the voices being new in anime productions, it gives Chainsaw Man an even more original, untainted feel. Not a back thought in my head thinking, oh, that's the guy who did X, or even Power, the bratty, dumbass little sister that doesn't sound anything like Jolene's strong and commanding voice. With standdowns in my opinion being Denji, who was his first major role, and Power and Kishibe. I mean, come on, who doesn't love Mads Mikkelsen? But I do feel that at the end, I was a little sad. Like when you have a pizza craving after a long day of school or work, you've been waiting for that slice all day long and you go to the place and it's fucking closed. Chainsaw Man stopped at the best part, because I think the story is better experienced as a whole package. Rereading and rewatching, I thought the beginning was a bit boring. I still love it, but it's very standard. I didn't get properly excited until the Katana guy arc. That's when shit really starts. And after that, every arc blends so well with the next one that it becomes like a whole single beast. It doesn't feel like a full story until it explicitly says, end of part 1. That's a full stop. A lot of the stuff we see in the season is a trial run for later arcs, when it really goes batshit crazy. At the end, it really comes full circle and makes everything prior stand out. And I don't know if this guy's a genius or a madman, but when I read his stuff, it has to be everything at once, non-stop, or nothing at all. So, until we get the whole thing, hopefully, I'm praying, man, I think then and there is when we can truly call it a legendary adaptation. So we just need to hold on a little longer. In the meantime, read the manga. It's just as good as the anime, and even though I said this much stuff, I didn't really talk about the original scenes, like Aki's whole routine and how it really fits his character because of spoilers, and a lot of other stuff. Anyway, I hope you didn't find the video too boring. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe. Oh, and subscribe. It's an order. Also, fuck Makima, fuck you, fuck anyone who likes Makima, fuck everyone who barks at her. Reese all the way. I just want her to do me a